Now you are welcome back. Now let's go to the third video, which I said earlier on that it will be called an electronic report sheet. And so let me just start from here. Now, just like we've known, I'm sure you must have gotten familiar with this. Sign in, because not everybody has access to it. So I click, let it open to the clocking. Now the clocking here is going to be very, very important, but we are coming back to this as well, because this one will be used for attendance. That is the record of the attendance. And I've designed it in such a way that once the student or the pupil click into the school, it will automatically record it in the person's report sheet. But let's go to the main point, the one we want to do. So here I click in as well. I sign in. Oh, that must have been a mistake. Sign in. And so let it open to the one I call cabinet. Now here we're going to report sheet. That's where we are going from here. Report sheet from here. So this is the report sheet. You know, we've just signed in two people into the school, just for an example. Now I come here to report sheet where I can send it by electronics. Now when I click on this page, now it brings out for me, because in this one I'm going to be working with the barcode. I've designed this to have barcode. So when I click the first student's name, it comes out with the barcode. When I click it, look at what it brings out for me. Now at each and every time a test is carried out into them, and after the test I make a record, but this one I'm just going to do it at once. Just for you to see the effects, what you can do with Microsoft Access. Now let's say the first test, the subject is computer 11. Let me come back to the next one. 13. Look here, it's already given the remark of the pupil. Here let me see 15. Come to next one. Let me see 19 or 18. Next one 12. Next one 11. Next one 10. Next one 9. Might not like that. 14. 17. Let me put it in 18 here. Let's put this one in 11 too. Okay, let me just copy and not waste time with it. Let me just copy this from here, press on shift. Let me just copy so that I can paste, not wasting a lot of time. Copy, Ctrl C, then come to where there is no data, paste it, and Ctrl V. Yes, fine. Then let's come to the next text some other time and click here. Let me say 17, 18. Next one 16. Next one 15. Next one, like that. Okay, let's put it in 10. This one just 10. Let me put 19. Let me just copy this so that we'll not waste time with it, although we might have different mark, but just want you to see. Ctrl V, what you can do when you learn the design, then Ctrl V, paste. Oh, two more. Let's just put this 2. Let me put 11, probably 8 here, or 16. Good. Now you see that I've assigned in such a way that the total of the marks is summed automatically, and the remark is still there. So these 11 and 17 will give us 28, which is still failed. Now let's come back to the examination of the exam. Let's have assume that the exam is just 60 marks, just all over 100. So here let me put 45 or 58. Wow, look at the remark. Excellent. The next one, let me put 49, 52, 50. Tell me a mark, 55, 45, 38, 28 or 27. Good, fair. It can't just be very good, very good. What do I fill in here? I want something very good. 28, let me put in 40. Let me see what will show me. Good. Okay. 36, let me put in 47. Excellent. Oh, what do I put in now? I want it to come out with very good too. Okay, let me remove a mark here. Let me just put 43. Very good. Then this one, what do I put here? Let me put 34. Good. Let me put here 33. Still good. 27, 30 parts. Okay. What do I put here? 28. Let me put 22 parts. Wow. Okay. What else do I put here? I need 50. That's 30. That's 29. Let me put 30 parts. Let me put 31. Good. Let me put 20. Fair. Let me put 10 here. Let's see what the remark or fail. Okay. Let me put 41. You know, like that. Let me be fast with it. Just put something there. Let me put something there. Okay. Excellent. 31. Wow. Okay. That's the end. Now let me now preview the report sheet before sending it to the parents. You know, we have to do a lot of them. There are many of them. So let me just look at the preview of the report sheet before sending to parents. You know, I told you earlier on that if you're doing deeper database, you need a higher configuration. You need a very good higher system configuration. Now let's see. Let me widen it and see what the people has. I will have shown you this remark because I placed it on automatic, that you don't need to type it. I just placed it on automatic. Now let's look at the results, the total results. Now here we have total mark of 1432. That's the total mark, but overall mark is 2200 mark. That's the overall. Now the percentage, the overall mark is 65%, which is good. That's the overall mark. That's good. Now it will say here that the days of school is not here, attendance is not here, percentage is not here. Now these dates, this information, we need them, but they are not yet to be there, and I'll tell you why before sending it to the parents. Now let me close it. Now this is where the clocking will work. This is where the clocking will, I will bring it the clocking, and it will bring out the dates. Now, so which means we have to go back to where the people we have to clock in. Now it's asking me to sign in before I can use it. 1, 2. I want to make mistake. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now this is 2. Let me change the time. Don't want it to be 2. Let's go back to the morning and let's see. Let me come back to, I don't know what time to resume, but let me just come back to, I think 8. I think they resume 8. No, sorry, let me come back to 7.7.28. Now I want you to notice this. I've set it in such a way that the only time it will pick is the resumption time, that is official resumption time. If any student signed in before the time, it will pick the time, which is 8. Even if you sign in before the time, it will only pick the time, which is 8. And let me come back here and put it 8 a.m. Let me put a little bit of 59, or let me just make it to 58 and close it here. Good. Now let me sign in for the first person that is coming into this class. His name is not here. Oh, okay. Now sorry, it's because of one, it is 2 o'clock. It will, if you click in it will show you clock out. The moment it is 12, this one will automatically show you clock out. So let's close this and let me go and open it again. Oh, let me go back to they signed the clock in. Yeah, this is it. This is just clicking in the clock in. Wow, you see, this is clock in. The other one was clock out. Now the first, this is an Ade Oye Olashola. Once he clicks in with his ID or is signing with his ID, now my database will pick the time he signed in, the actual time, this official time, which is 8. The actual time is 8. I told you that even if you sign in before the time, it will pick the official time, and it tells us that the punctuation status is 0, which means accurate. Is 0, which means accurate. Now I might want to send to the parents the time Adeshola sign in. I click from here and look at what it shows me. Signing, that these people sign in by 8. I close it here. Now let me pick the second person. This is 8. Let me wait a little bit and let it be a little bit after 8, because, or let me just click this, then we'll go back to the next one. You see, another thing is when you click the when the first person signs in, it automatically removes his name from the list. That's to show you that the person has signed in, so that the person will not do it twice. Like for instance, this Peter Anthony 2, I'm signing Peter Anthony in the same 8, because the only time he picks is just the minute, the same 8. And here it shows me those that are yet to be in school. There are only 2 of them, so we have only 2 of them that are signing. Now Peter Anthony, let me see the time Peter Anthony signed in into the school. Is the same time, 8. Good. Close. Now I'm going to close this. Let me now go back to, oh sorry, I have to sign in, I've forgotten that. Now let me now go back to the cabinet where I can bring out. You might not need to go through this when you have your design, yours design. You might not need to go through this. You might design it in a very simple way. It's just like I can give this to anybody in the school to do, so that you don't go to where you are not authorized. Now let's go back to report sheet, data entry. What did I do? Now let's go back to where we started it from. Let me pick this person and let me check the report sheet, and let's see the preview of it, and let's see what will be sent to the parents. Just like I told you earlier on, is lower configuration. So if you are going into high configuration, wow, look at it here now. Look at it here now. Now we have 90 days in school. We will come back to this one. It's just step by step. 90 days in school. Attendance is just 1 day. Just 1 day. Percentages, look at it, 1%. Now beginning of the time is there. It's already signed. You know, when you sign it the first time you sign it, the beginning of time is there, the end of the time is there, and it has already picked the time as well. The time is signed in is just accurate and it's 100%. This is for Adeoye. So let me close this. Let me check the second person and let's see. Okay, this one we have not entered any data for his test, but let's just see, because he has signed in, let's just see the records of his attendance for signing in. Now we have 3 minutes past 8 here in the morning. There are some people that will come in late, so I will be able to send to their parents what time your daughter, at the same time, look at your daughter entered or your son entered into the school on that day. Look at the same thing we have here. Same thing we have here. So now I'm going to close this. Now I'm going back and I'm going to do lot of it, so that it will not just be one after the other. Let me go back. 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Good. Now let me go back to another date. We have done this. Let me minimize this and go back to another date. This is 15. Let me go back on the 16. Just 16. I'm going to leave the same time, that same time there. Same time. So it's just gone beyond that. So just going to leave the same time there. Now, fine. Now, the second day, I'm signing in Ayodele, scanning in with his barcode to. Oh, sorry. When I make adjustment to that time, I have to close this. I have to close it so that we have to restart it, so that I'll be able to pick the time. You see, I have to save it. I have to pick the time. Good. You know, once you are done with it, you don't need to do any adjustment with it. You sign in, and that's just it. Now, your Adeoye sign in. Look at the time. 8:04. And it says punctuation time 4 minutes late. One more person is yet to sign in, so I can send to the parents. I don't know when your daughter left home, but your daughter entered or your son entered into the school at this time, this particular time. I can send to the parents. WhatsApp, email. I can send it to the parents. Now here, I close it. Let me go back to. Okay, this is 8:05. Look at 8:05. It picks the time. Is signing. Now the signing in has to be done with the ID card. You know, like I told you, because this one too, I'm going to convert it to a barcode. The barcode is already designed. You don't need to go out to buy. Once you design the barcode, you go through the training. You know, automatically the barcode will be there. It will design the barcode for you, and you'll be able to see. Now we have done this for the day. No more. Nobody is yet to sign in again. Just all of them. All of them. Just the two. Now let me now go back to dates. Going back to I just have to pick the two of them so that I'll be able to see. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. I hope I've not made mistake. Okay, the password is right, correct. Now I go back to this. Let's look at this and the preview. I've done this. I've put in the data, the date, and the examination. You know, it goes with both the attendance and the test. Every time they come into the school, they clock in with their time, with their ID, and it picks it, it records it in to their report sheet. You don't need to do any manual work. So what I'm trying to do is to get rid of paperwork in those who are ready to do. Just get rid of paperwork, and it will reduce the cost of the school. Just get rid of this paperwork. We're doing the paperwork all this while. Now I want to begin the results of this person here. Good. Let me widen it and see the second day. Look at it automatically. Day 2, percentage of attendance is just 2%. Now it's no more 100% in the issue of time, because Ayodele was late in the morning, and so the lateness has reduced the percentage of his time. Here we have average timing, and where we have official time, which is 8. So average timing is that she is late with 2 minutes, just 2 minutes late in that. It's 2 minutes late with that. So what do we have here? We still have the result there. 2 minutes late here. I close it. Yeah, I save it. It's saved. And that is how it goes throughout the whole day. Now let me close this again. Let's go back to 1 2 3 4. So when you have it there, I still want to just forward the time again, the date and the time. Let me just forward it again. Let me just forward it again to the third day. I'm going to leave the same time there. Let me just run it from here, the third day. You know, I'm not going to be doing this because it's every day it comes by itself. Every day it comes by itself. Now I have to close this because I've done just some adjustment there. So you don't want to save, yes. Then let me open it again. You know, I don't need to do this. I don't need to do the adjustment. Once it's a day, the next day it brings out a new data for me. And look at this, is 9 minutes late, and so I can send this to the parent too, that your son comes this, I mean, it came in this time, 9 minutes late. Good. Let me pick the second. No, let's just deal with one. Let's just deal with one, and let's see. It keep counting. It just keep counting it. Let me see this. Okay. 1 2 3 4. Let me see. Sign in. I'll go to report sheet. Let me bring out Ayo Adeoye, and let's look at the preview. You know, it has made 3 days now. That's made 3 days, and so these 3 days, you see, it will continue to count it and record it by itself. Record it by itself. We have lots of this to look at, but we're just going to pick it one after the other. Here, let me see. Look at the third day, which is 3% out of 90 days, and look at the time. The time keeps reducing because she's late, so it keeps reducing because of recent time she's been coming late, and that's how it goes till the end of the period. Now I might want to send, after the end of that period, I might want to send it to the parents, the report sheet of the parents via electronics, either to the email or to the WhatsApp, to the parents WhatsApp app, either of the two. Now once I click this, it comes up with the window that already, the way I've designed it, it picks the email address of Adeoye parent, and look at the subject itself. Look at the subject, you see Adeoye Olushola, first time. Look at is the kindergarten 1 report sheet. That's the report sheet. I've shown you this, but let's just check and see what happens there. Yeah, look at this. Let's just see the report sheet we are sending. Wow, look at, that's the report sheet we're sending to the parents. Now I close this. So that I click send, or I save it to the desktop for WhatsApp. I can save it to the desktop for WhatsApp app, that is parents. I click, I can put in the name here, Adeoye. Let me just put the name here. I think Adeoye. Good. Save, send, and that's it. It's gone. Now let me now minimize this and go and check the one. Let me just close this. Go and check the one that I've sent to the mines. The one look at the PDF, look at the report sheet. So if I want to send it to via WhatsApp, this is what I'll just send to the WhatsApp, and that's just what you see there. Now we are going to stop this video here. So I'm going to return back to this day of school. How do you work out the day of school? The day of school, how do you work it out? How do you know that the day of school is 90 days? When you register the beginning of the time and the end of the time, how do you make your database to calculate the days of school? You know, weekends are not there, public holiday are not there. So how do you arrive this to 90 days? Now go to the next video. Well, like I'm done with this, I prepare this, and the next video that's going to be continue